Thanks, guys. Welcome back to another phenomenal week of college football. There's been a lot of shakeup, so without further ado, let's get right into it. Now, Eric.
Yeah. So we have a new AP Top 12 college football bracket this week. Number one, Alabama, new conference winner for the SEC projection. Number two, Ohio State. That remains the same in the Big Ten. Number three, Miami remains the same in the ACC. But then a new Big 12 winner with Iowa State. I think that's a little bit interesting. I think that's kind of a bold call from the AP poll, but we'll see how it plays out. Ole Miss and Utah moving out. They both lost this week.
Thank you, Ole Miss. I don't like
Michigan back in. USC still on the outside looking in after that loss to Michigan. And Boise State is now the Group of Five bid. Ashton Genty is kind of looking like maybe a Heisman winner out of the running back position. But yeah, it was just a great week in college football. Kind of my feel-good surprise of the week is Sam Houston State versus Texas State. Sam Houston won 40-39. They're in their second year in the FBS, and they are 4-1. Only lost to UCF. They have two, FBS wins against Rice and Hawaii. They're just looking great this year, and I'm happy to see it after a very strong FCS team made that move up to the FBS. Surprisingly bad, Georgia. What happened? 2 weeks in a row, they haven't really looked great. I know 34-41 loss. It kind of looks better than it is. They were down 30-7 going into halftime. I don't know what's happening with their offense, and their defense has not been as dominant as it has been so far. So, yeah, that's all I got for their kind of good and bad.
Yeah, well, that's definitely a good one. I'm going to switch it from the South to the Midwest. I have Minnesota and Michigan as my good game. Michigan has always been super dominant against Minnesota. We can't even question that. But this was actually a game to the finish. Michigan was leading 24-3 at one point, but Minnesota was able to then score 21 straight and get the game 27-24. However, Michigan was still able to come on top, and I just think it really was such a classic football game. Rain was a huge factor into it. Michigan only 86 passing yards, but 155 rushing yards. Really shows the fact that whoever can impact things. And for my bad, I'll give Illinois and Penn State. Penn State was able to win 21-7. However, Penn State, in my opinion, has really not looked very sharp this year. I don't know why they're ranked in the top 10. Honestly, they're still a great program, but I haven't really seen any dominant wins or any really dominant plays from them. Now, Sophia, what was your good and bad?
So my surprising good game this week was Kentucky pulling out the upset over Ole Miss. The final score was 20-17. The Wildcats took the lead with under 3 minutes to go, but Ole Miss missed the tying field goal with just 48 seconds left in the game. This gave Kentucky's coach his highest ranked win in 12 years with the team. It also broke Ole Miss's 7-game winning streak. Kentucky was effective in the red zone as well as being able to convert fourth down 3 times, and Ole Miss had season low in all stats. This is really good for the Wildcats program, and it was their first time being a high-ranked team since they beat Penn State in 1977, who was ranked 4 at the time. My surprising bad game would be BC versus Western Kentucky. The final score was 21-20 with BC pulling out the win at the end, but WKU held the lead throughout the whole game, being up 20-7 with under 12 minutes in the game. They had a much stronger showing than the last time they played a Power 4 team, which was in their 63-0 loss to Alabama, but they couldn't pull out the win this week.
Well, a lot of good and some bad games this week, and we will be back for the following week. We're going to be kicking it off to Heisman odds with Jake and Joel. Thank you.